All right. So I'm going to piss everybody off within the first 5 minutes here. So welcome back to the Noise Brigade. We've got all three of us here. We've got Rich, we've got Tom, and obviously my dumb ass is here. That's all three. We're not hashtag richless, you know. Anyway, we were talking about what to record on, and just came up with the idea. Well, let's see who we can piss off, and let's talk about overrated Christmas movies and stuff. But let's be honest, most Christmas movies suck anyway. It's just the nature of the beast, especially if they're on Hallmark Channel. Hallmark Channel movies are like the dumbest shit ever, and I'm gonna take heat for that one. I know it.
We're not to target
Yeah.
demographics because we don't have the minus.
Well, my dad loves them, and like I know there's a lot of guys. There's a lot of guys that actually dig the holiday those movies, and I'm finding this out. Like, no, I guess I'm weird. I don't fucking enjoy them. Like,
So you don't, but okay. Before we dive in, though, well, you said Hallmark, so you're not obviously into the cheesy,
Right.
City girl or country girl falls in love with a city boy or country boy because they went home to the family for the holiday, and they found their true love, which was the polar opposite of what it was in the beginning of the movie,
Right.
which is the premise of every single Hallmark movie of all time.
And they're trying to be a professional working girl, but this is like, oh no, I have to get more traditional about my stuff.
Yeah, like 45 minutes in the movie, let's go clean out my cow stall, and the magic starts to happen.
Right.
And then all of a sudden they're sharing cocoa by the Christmas tree.
That cow turd looks like a heart. Like
girl boss. All I really need is
or you're just talking about like really okay. So piss people off. I think it's pretty easy to all agree that the Hallmark stuff is a pretty low-hanging fruit, I guess, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's better than those, whatever the other network, like there's that one that was supposed to be competing with them, but they're traditional values only, so there can't be any of the gay or anything like that. Like, and it's all got to be white protagonists. It can't be like any people of color and shit. Like, so I forget what that it's one of the religious channels, obviously.
I don't watch a Christmas movie unless it stars the guy from Growing Pains, and they keep the Christ in Christmas.
Kirk Cameron.
Yeah, him too. Yeah,
that guy. Yeah,
or Alan Dick, either one.
Alan's dick.
Yeah, Alan Dick.
Anyway, so we were talking about different Christmas movies and shit, and I had said I saw Red One, which leads into last year. We did a whole bunch of shit on Grilla and the Yule Lads, and Grilla is the main villain in Red One, and she has the Yule Lads with her, but they're not like, it's not like Spoon Licker and Door Sniffer and all those, like the cool ones. It's just generic fucking dudes that are the Yule Lads. So they use it, but they kind of waste it at the same time. But Krampus is in it, and he's awesome. So yeah. So that's pretty cool. But it got me thinking, what are some movies that really stand up that are Christmas movies, and what are some that are just like, dude, they're overrated? Like, and here's where I'm gonna go right off the bat, and I'm gonna piss off people right off the bat, and I don't give a shit. A Christmas movie, over fucking rated.
See, now I liked it before it was shown every day for a month. When it's like, if you just watch it once, even once a year, it's not terrible. It's just overplayed.
Oh, you're talking about a Christmas Story?
Yeah, Christmas Story. That one. Yeah, that fucking movie.
Yeah, what, like, so okay, I'm curious, like what's your big hangups with it?
So, like, once a year, like Rich said, once a year, okay, cool. The first time I saw it, awesome. It was a fun movie. Once a year, okay, I get it. I'm more inclined to go maybe like once every other year. But people make it out to be this like holy grail, like untouchable thing about Christmas, and it's just not Christmas unless I've watched The Christmas Story 800 times on TBS or whatever. No, man, watch it one time, be done with it. People get obsessed with it. Like, yeah, it was fragile. It must be Italian. Yeah, that was funny. Like the first 800 times I heard it. I don't need to see the kids in the fucking bunny costumes and the bunny, the bunny suits and shit anymore. I don't need it. It's played out, man. It's over.
I think Rich brought it up though. The point with that one that I think drives everyone crazy is the fact that what was it, 25 years ago or whatever, the TBS started running it, or TNT, whatever Turner station it was, that ran it 24 hours a day. And from that point forward, you had, now you're talking about a movie that was made, what, 82? 80, 81, 82 time frame?
Yeah, somewhere around there, I think.
So you're talking about from that point forward, though, there was such an explosion of merch that came out of that film from that, and it was really within the last 20 years that you really saw this blow up. And to me, that makes it even, I agree. I think it's an annoying film. I can watch it once a year, but I don't have to watch it. I'm okay if we do flick on TBS or TNT and I get my 20, 30 minutes out of it and then I can turn the channel.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm good with that because I've seen it 50 friggin' times.
Right.
The only thing that's cool about that is the dad shows up in Christmas Vacation, which we can get into later on.
Right.
But no, I agree. There's elements that are funny. There's one-liners that are great. Some of the characters are great, and I think a lot of the acting is actually not terrible. It's well cast movie, but it's just it's overplayed. It's like a top song that's just an earworm, and you can't get it out, and then.
Like, it's definitely better than Hallmark movies.
Mm-hmm.
But that's also like I don't know, I've taken more entertaining shits than Hallmark movies. So that's kind of what I'm talking about. That's where I'm going with this. So like, do you guys have any movies like that where you're just like, Jesus, not again?
It's hard because there's only a handful of Christmas movies that I really like. And I will say this, there is, as far as one that I have to watch every year, that is an undeniable that I could, but I probably only really watch it once a year, maybe twice, and always around Christmas, is Home Alone. I just absolutely love it. It doesn't get old for me, but it would get old for me if I watch it over and over and over and over again. But if I pick it up once a year, and it's funny, it's like one of those movies that even to this day I still pick up something on it, whether there's a background scene or something is said that maybe didn't resonate the first 15 times I saw it, or just some of the interactions early on that Kevin has with his mom, and some of the dialogue is just really good. But as a kid, obviously my favorite part of that movie is at the end. And as an adult, my favorite parts are probably not the end. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's just all the build up to it,
Right.
and just the funny stuff that happens. But yeah, that's not one that drives me crazy. I just absolutely love that movie. That's my probably penultimate Christmas movie. I kind of go back and forth with a couple of others, but that's right up there as far as family friendly. It doesn't get old. It's an awesome movie.
All right, Rich, what do you got?
I like Gremlins. I like to watch Die Hard, of course.
I was going to say real quick, Die Hard is probably the one I go back and forth on. But if I throw the family friendly in there, I got to take Die Hard away.
Yeah. No, but Gremlins is a good one. That's one that not many people pick as a Christmas movie, but it's absolutely a Christmas movie.
I like Nightmare Before Christmas, either on Halloween or Christmas. If I don't get it to Halloween, then Christmas is good.
Yep.
I need to think. I've never actually seen Elf.
You're not a Will Ferrell guy, though, are you?
No, I'm not a Will Ferrell guy.
And then
it's the other one, the one that I just remembered I wanted to bring up when you said overrated. It seems like it's more popular with a younger generation than us. But the remake of Grinch with Jim Carrey. I'm not a big fan. I'd rather watch the 30-minute long cartoon, narrated, of course, by by Boris Karloff, than see the big blown out Jim Carrey. And I don't mind Jim Carrey. It's just I'd rather watch the original. I don't like the.
Have you seen the newer animated Grinch? That's more of a movie length. Have you seen that one, Rich?
I have not.
It's not terrible. It's an Illumination movie. It's pretty good the way they did it.
Doctor Strange.
Does Chris Pratt voice the Grinch?
No, it's Doctor Strange.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's worth checking out if you haven't seen, especially if you like the cartoon aspect. Because I like the Jim Carrey one, mainly because he does such a great job of playing over the top characters in all of his movies, or a lot of his movies. So he does a great job playing the Grinch. And there's a kind of cool backstory too, if you really follow like how that movie was made and how many hours a day he had to spend in makeup. It was ridiculous. It was like 16, 18 hours a day or better in doing that. So you could see, like, I guess that would drive you crazy. But no, I kind of agree that I love the old school cartoon, and the new cartoon's pretty cool too. It's definitely worth checking out if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, I saw that one in the theater when it came out.
But I won't hold Elf against you just because I know you don't like Will Ferrell. But my girl's in that movie, so it's worth checking out to see her.
Emily Deschanel? Or Zoe. It's Zoe.
Zoe Deschanel.
Yeah. Nah, dude, that was my introduction to her. And
plus Peter Dinklage is in it too.
Yes.
And he's got a cool character.
South Pole Elf.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, we actually literally just watched it.
I think knowing more and more about Peter Dinklage, I almost think that's just the character he plays is just pretty much an extension of himself.
Yeah. No, I agree. So for me, it's obviously, Christmas Vacation is the ultimate Christmas movie. I liked, what is it called? The Night Before with Seth Rogen and James Franco and Anthony Mackie. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Seth Rogen, and Anthony Mackie. That was really good.
Confusing Anthony Mackie with Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
What's that?
It's not. Never mind. Don't worry about it. It's a bad joke. Keep going.
Did you say if it's a Christmas movie, it's not?
No. I said I thought you sound like you were confusing Anthony Mackie with Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Oh yeah. They do look alike. They're like twins, basically.
It's easy to mix up. I mean,
yeah. But no, that movie's great. Nightmare Before Christmas, obviously, and what's the other one? There's no, Krampus was bad. That's right. I
haven't seen that. So I wanted to see it, but then I didn't see it. So
I don't remember it being bad. It wasn't
bad. It wasn't bad. It was just a generic. It could have been anything. Like it really didn't have to be Krampus. Like it was just. It could have been any random holiday, any random like horror movie. Like it was just. I don't know. Maybe it was because I wasn't paying attention 100% because I was wrapping presents while I was watching it. But it just didn't really stick out to me. I was really hoping it would be like, oh, this is an awesome Christmas movie. This will be my thing every year is I'll wrap presents and watch Krampus. But it didn't really stick. So I still own it on Blu-ray though.
The one thing I want to go back to, you mentioned Christmas Vacation. That's one I would go back and forth to as being like my penultimate top of the list Christmas movie. Yeah. That movie has gotten, as I've gotten older, like I loved the National Lampoon's movies growing up as a kid. For whatever reason, when I was younger, probably, I don't know, up into being a teenager, I really liked the original Vacation more than I did Christmas Vacation. I don't know why. I just did. Never really had much mind for European Vacation, although I don't think many people do. I also have a soft place in my heart for Vegas Vacation because I remember seeing that movie in the theater with my mom. So, I have a little bit more to say on that one. But Christmas Vacation, to me, as I've gotten older, has just grown for, top of the line Christmas movies for me. I think Home Alone has been there for so long for me, even though they came out roughly around the same time. Christmas Vacation at the time for us was geared toward an older audience when that came out. So I didn't really pick up on it until I was, probably a little bit older anyway. Absolutely love that. Everything about that movie. We actually just bought our dogs. They were selling this squishy cat that got fried and had the white fur on the outside. We got that for our dogs. So
nice. But so, all right, my sister is bitching about me not talking about the Rankin Bass stuff. So, like, The Year Without Santa Claus and Santa Claus is Coming to Town and Frosty the Snowman and Charlie Brown Christmas and stuff like that. And so I will say this, watching the Year Without, well, I think it was The Year Without a Santa Claus. I don't know. What's the one where he starts off as the little redheaded kid and then he turns it with Meisterburger and Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Okay. So I will say that something made sense to me. Something finally clicked in my head when I happened to see that. But when's the last time you guys have seen any of that stuff?
Let's see. I typically, when the kids were younger, I'd watch, Rudolph and, Frosty and, we'd pick up Charlie Brown whenever it was on TV. And that was Charlie. It was one of those deals, though. It was like, we kind of did that with, around all the major holidays, any of the Charlie Brown specials growing up, or, if we had them on DVD or whatever, we throw them on for the kids. It's hard for me to ever equate those to the movie, though, because they're so short.
So what I figured out is, he has his little girlfriend, Jessica, little redhead girlfriend. I think that's probably where I started liking redheads.
Interesting.
That's, I looked at it, I was like, oh, maybe that. Okay. Maybe that's where that happened.
The other Carrie Myrick from Mythbusters is selling Scream 1 clothes on eBay right now, including the lab coat she wore in the Maxim shoot she did. It's already over $500 right now.
I was going to say, what's your bid up to, Rich?
Dude, like, look, I'm sorry. I'm not buying people's clothes. I'm not that much of a creep.
She's fine.
I don't care. I'm not buying. All right. This is confession time, Rich. If you were in Japan and you had the opportunity to go to one of those vending machines that sells the used panties, are you buying them?
Oh, of course. Yes.
What about, all right, are you going to the underwear one or the socks one?
Underwear. I don't really care about feet. Okay. Never understood the foot. I don't want to king shame anyone, but I never understood the foot fetish thing.
Fair enough. I'm not buying any of it, but
I don't find feet unattractive, but I don't find them attractive either. Just don't do nothing for me.
So let's go back to the Rankin Bass stuff real quick. Because I think I've talked about this on here many, many years ago. But what do you guys think about Frosty Returns?
I don't think I've ever seen I'm sure I did see Frosty Returns at some point.
The John Goodman one, right?
That's the one that has a rap scene with Brian Doyle Murray.
Oh, that's not is that after the John Goodman one?
I don't know,
but it was the
I think John Goodman. Yeah, John Goodman was in that one. Yeah, I just can't get over the rap scene with Brian Doyle Murray, and it's one of the most god awful pieces of animation ever produced.
Yeah, no, I can't say that I could get down with that.
I think it's worth a watch just to see how much you cringe through it.
I don't know, man. I feel like I might completely lose whatever little bit of Christmas spirit I have if I watch that.
Last year, I remember my mom. I was with I don't remember where we were. We were watching. It was Scrooge, but it was like a dark version of Scrooge on TBS or something like that. And I swear to God, it was the movie they were making in Scrooged for Scrooge. You know how he was producing that?
Mm-hmm.
Made it real. It's become real. Like he was like a womanizing, creepy Scrooge who's evil. It was weird. Scrooge is really good, especially since it
Yes.
has Buster Poindexter.
Yeah, Scrooge is a highly underrated, probably deserves to be at the top of a lot of Christmas movies list, like top 3 almost. But it's so hard to like, to me, butt that out if I think about Christmas Vacation or Home Alone or whatever. But I absolutely love Scrooge. I grew up on that one. And there's so many cool elements about that movie, like the whole Lee Majors stuff.
Yeah.
It's so good.
So I remember that movie, but I've never seen it.
Oh,
Definitely watch it. Good time of year to watch it.
The Bill Murray one, right?
Yeah, Bill Murray. Yeah, Bobcat Goldthwait. He plays Elliot Loudermilk. Let's see. Yeah, Buster Poindexter. Because Buster Poindexter's. Yeah, was that Rich?
Carol Kane, I think, is the Ghost of Christmas Present, and then Buster Poindexter's. No, she's past.
No.
He's present. I forget who Future is. He might be Future. Buster Poindexter. I forget.
No, he's the cab. Buster Poindexter's the cab driver. Like takes him back to his childhood. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely worth watching, and it's really cool because like they incorporate some like really creepy '80s new wave things into the especially the Ghost of Christmas Future stuff. It's just it's really well done, but probably doesn't get, and it does have the typical Christmas Carol vibes to it on how it works out. But speaking of, there's another top of the line is a Muppets Christmas Carol. I mean,
oh yeah, Muppets Christmas Carol's up there.
You can't go wrong with that one. In fact, I found out today, and Rich, I don't know, for a couple days in December, the Philadelphia Philharmonic Orchestra Ensemble is playing the music to a Muppet Christmas Carol while the movie is playing on a giant screen.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I growing up when I was a little kid, I had the VHS of Disney Center Mickey Mouse Christmas Carol, whichever one that was. That's my go-to. That one, or I remember watching Mr. Magoo's Christmas, which is just another version of whatever, but with Mr. Magoo as the Scrooge. That was good.
Bob, you did kick this off with overrated ones. I'd throw one out at you guys, and this is a tough one, I think. Polar Express.
Oh, that's creepy as fuck. That's the one with the super uncanny valley CGI.
Robert Zemeckis and Tom Hanks. He did it right before he did Beowulf. Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, I'm out on that one. Fuck that movie.
To me, it's we watch it every year with the kids, and of course we've done a couple different things over the years with activities, and that's a big one. Like if you have a train in your area, they always have a special ride, Polar Express ride, or more, during the season. But the movie itself, though, to me is quite overrated. It's just, it's an okay animated film, but you're right, it's creepy, and I was cool only seeing it one time, but now I've seen it probably 20 times. So
yeah, no thanks. All right, my sister's texting me because she's sitting in the other room listening to us while we record. She said Olive the Other Reindeer.
Olive the Other Reindeer.
Now I remember this being on Fox when I was in my freshman year of college, and it's a dog that is a reindeer. Her name is Olive, and it's a play on Olive the Other Reindeer.
That sounds like some woke bullshit to me.
It wasn't bad. It actually wasn't bad.
I'm looking it up here. The voices are interesting. Drew Barrymore, Ed Asner, you got Homer Simpson, Peter McNichol, Michael Stipe from REM, Joe Pantoliano. Wow, that's a pretty cool. That's a pretty cool voice cast.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It wasn't bad at all.
It's
it was produced by Matt Groening.
Yeah, there you go.
Huh. I'm gonna have to
It's
watch
not a
that now.
It's not a movie, but I got to watch David Bowie and Bing Crosby sing "Little Drummer Boy" at least 3 times during the Christmas season.
Do we want to go down that path too? Like, I know I already shit on Mele Kalikimaka and all that. Do we want to go down to any more Christmas songs?
We can. I say anything that's Christmas related, we'll just stick with it because
man.
I mean, I know between Bob, you and me, I know we're probably going to be revisiting some Philly Christmas specials here. So,
yeah, the Mele Kalikimaka can suck a fat bag of dicks.
Not a big Crosby fan.
No, I hate that song. Like, look, I don't care about anything else. Christmas time is supposed to be fucking cold. And I don't want to hear about Christmas time on a fucking island where it's tropical and shit.
Bob
They have to
hates
celebrate
Hawaiians.
Christmas too.
No, they don't get to celebrate. No, they can celebrate Christmas. But here's the thing. I spent so many years in Florida where it did not feel like Christmas because it was, and I know I'm bitching first world problems, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You know what? It sucks for it to be like 70 degrees, 80 degrees, and it's Christmas time and you're trying to get in the Christmas spirit. Like, it's borderline impossible. At least
would it make you feel any better though if you found out that song came out before Hawaii was a state?
No, no, it would not. No, I mean, Hawaii's cool and all. Not anywhere I ever need to go. But
what if it was sung by a 500-pound Hawaiian guy?
Oh,
Like
leave cousin is alone.
Brother is.
Brother is.
Yeah.
Leave him alone. No, he's cool. He's the only acceptable person that can sing that song, and it's okay.
Now, what if let's see? I don't know.
If Jimmy Buffett sings it, he can fuck right off.
Oh man, damn. Did Jimmy Buffett sing that song?
He did.
Did he do a version of that?
He has a whole Christmas album, and it sucks.
Who?
He did sing that one too.
Jimmy Buffett.
Jimmy Buffett.
Now, if I was sitting on an island, I probably would be listening to some Buffett right now. But likely it wouldn't be that song.
I would throw a copy of Reliant K's album at you. That's how that would go.
Something wrong with Buffett.
Jimmy Buffett is overrated.
If we're gonna go Christmas
I don't care that Jimmy Buffett's dead. He's overrated.
Best Christmas album of all time are the Muppets and John Denver.
Yes, the Muppets and John Denver is the best. Well, no, they've been supplanted. That is a very good Christmas album, and I do have that on vinyl. But Bad Religion Christmas album is really, really good. The 3 Philly special Christmas albums are really, really good. And Real Big Fish did a really good Christmas album. And even Bare Naked Ladies have a really good Christmas album. And Twisted Sister. Twisted Sister's Christmas.
Are better than the John Denver and the Muppets.
I disagree. I think that the Philly special now it's not going to be better for you because you don't give a 2 shilling shit about the Philadelphia Eagles or any of their players. But the 3 Philly special Christmas albums are really good, and I'm going to put them up there with the Muppet Christmas album and the Bad Religion album. Dude, the Bad Religion album is really, really good.
The anything Bob Rivers for me, that's what I grew up on. So it took me a long time to learn. Like, I mean, I knew because I was raised on traditional Christmas music, but it took me a long time, and it still does when I listen to some Bob Rivers stuff because it's all parody. Is getting like some of the real lyrics back in my head. Like, I'll just hear the Bob Rivers stuff, and in fact, my kids have grown up on that now, and so like there's been times when Katie's come to me and said, "I thought that was the real song." And it's like, no. Like,
what about the Family Guy Christmas songs? Like,
they're good. They're good. Yeah. I mean,
Were you there up in my bum?
But then there's some good, like there's some good classic stuff that's just funny too. Like, Dominic the Donkey. That's one of my all-time favorite songs.
Yes, Dominic the Donkey is S+ tier Christmas song.
Yeah.
But I can't tell you anything else that Lou Monte sung that I'm a super fan of.
That's a one-hit wonder, which we will revisit in 2025.
No, he's not though. But he's not.
He's not a one-hit wonder?
No. So Lou Monte had multiple characters that he did. He had I forget what the mouse's name was, but he did an entire album as this mouse character. And I can't remember.
Ooh.
Yeah. Lou Monte was multi-talented, my friend.
All right, so 2025, I will retract. We'll do a one-hit wonder episode, but we'll have to do a Lou Monte episode, I think.
Yeah.
Peppino the Italian Mouse.
Yes, Peppino.
Yeah, I like that. That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So I only knew him just for that song specifically, and then I've heard other people record that song, and I hated him.
Even Kelsey's version of it, I'm not a fan of.
Yeah, I got to listen to Lou Monte song, the Lou Monte version. But then you do get in some other goofy Christmas music too that I think about. Speaking of silly crap with Alan Sherman, Camp Granada guy. He did real famous 12 Days of Christmas type song with the Japanese transistor radio. That's just but it's goofy, it's silly. That's the stuff I was raised on, and I love it because it still puts a smile on my face. It makes me think of growing up.
Right.
But I do like some serious stuff too. I mean, whether it's Gene Autry or Bing Crosby, we mentioned Frank Sinatra has some great Christmas tunes.
Yeah.
But then I love what you mentioned. Bad Religion Christmas album is absolutely fantastic. It's so good. And then man, I go the other way too, and I'm like, I absolutely love Christmas in Hollis. It's one of my favorite scenes in Die Hard. It's like, man, this is Christmas music, and he just bumps it up, and it's so good.
Christmas time in Hollis, Queens. Mom's cooking turkey. Is it turkey and collard greens?
Chicken and collard greens.
Chicken and collard greens.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, it's just so good. But there's actually another older rap song too. Christmas Rap, and Curtis Blow is another fantastic one. We can go deep down because I really got into this years and years ago. But
Tiny Tim, Santa Claus has got the AIDS this year.
What?
Tiny Tim, does Santa Claus has got the AIDS this year?
What? I didn't know Tiny Tim sang fucked up songs like that.
Oh yeah.
Wait, well, I gotta look this up.
What the fuck?
Holy crap! Rich, you just come out with these bangers every once in a while, and this is just fantastic. I need to go listen to this now.
That's why you keep me around.
Holy crap!
Jesus Christ. I don't even want to read the lyrics. I don't even want to fuck around with it.
Lyrics. Oh my god! Wow.
I'm worried.
He won't be back next year.
Jesus. You can't be talking about Santa Claus like that. What the fuck, man?
He wrote it before AIDS became a big deal. He was ahead of.
Oh no! He said he'll be back. Oh, he said he'll be back next year. Don't cry for me. A doctor will cure me. Wow, this is pretty screwed up.
We were having a good, nice, wholesome conversation where I was saying "fuck Jimmy Buffett," and you come up with,
dude, you read those lyrics on that song, and it's almost like you popped it into. It's like Tiny Tim had a time machine and popped that crap into AI and was like, "Dear Gemini, please give me a song about Santa Claus and AIDS," and that's what came out.
In the Chat GPT.
Oh my goodness, that's a new one on me. Wow, thanks, Rich.
Jesus Christ, Richard.
But we did start talking a little bit about with the cartoon Rankin Bass stuff, which we did dive into a little bit before. But what about other Christmas stuff? as far as cartoons or
South Park, South Park, South Park, South Park. Mr. Hanky, the Christmas Critters, like just absolutely ridiculous. There's the one episode of South Park where they have
Blood Orgy,
they do like the sing along, and they have like, oh fuck, I forget who's on it. I actually have the DVD. But it's fucking great. Oh, it's Mr. Garrison, and he goes around the world saying Merry Christmas to everybody, no matter what their religion or whatever is. And he's like talking about like heathen Japanese people who don't believe in Jesus, and Merry fucking Christmas to you. Okay. Like, it's fucking great. And then what's the other one? Well, Futurama has great Christmas episodes with the Killer Santa Claus and Kwanzaa Bot and the Hanukkah Zombie.
Mm-hmm.
Those ones are great. The Simpsons, the first episode of The Simpsons was a Christmas episode.
Yeah, the first one off Tracy Ullman, the first actual episode, which is it's a class. I watch that every year. There's some other good Christmas episodes within The Simpsons too. I actually just rewatched the Bone Storm with Lee Carvalho's putting challenge.
Yes.
It's just such a, I don't know, you go back in some of those, they're just so good. But yeah, no, there's some really good ones out there that weren't, the classics. And they're just I guess, it's super easy for a television show to be like, ooh, I can knock out content with a Christmas episode. So it typically comes up every season.
Yeah.
Whether that's a cartoon or a sitcom. And there's some great sitcom Christmas episodes too, and we could get to that too. Rich, what about you? Anything on that regard for cartoon, or whether it's classic or current or six?
I mean, we hit the big, we mentioned Garfield Christmas, but I think that's another one we left off the list with Grandma Arbuckle.
Yeah. I forgot why I loved Garfield too, and I always forget about Garfield. I don't know why. Yeah, Garfield doesn't get the props. I was a big Garfield fan when I was a kid.
Now he's Chris Pratt. He's Chris Pratt.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. He's the Star Lord now.
All the world is Chris Pratt.
Mario.
Old Mario.
Didn't It's Always Sunny do like a Rankin Bass type stop motion kind of episode for Christmas one year?
They did.
Community did. Community did too.
Nice.
Yeah, Community did. Maybe that's what It's Always Sunny did that, right?
I thought so.
Let's
see.
I know Community did. That was excellent.
Wow. So to prove that Google is actually listening, yeah, they did.
Yeah, I thought so too. Yeah, Very Sunny Christmas. That's right.
Yeah. I started typing It's Always Sunny, and it said It's Always Sunny Christmas episode.
Oh, and that's what, wow. Yeah, creepy. Yeah. Yeah, and it's not like the whole episode. It's like a part of it.
Yeah.
Correctly. Yeah. Now, the Community one was great. That's a good one. I love that show. I don't know. Yeah, there's been some good ones over the years. Trying to think though if there was anything on like the video game side, not for full games obviously, but for games that have content releases or whatever. If there was anything cool Christmas wise or mods or anything.
Christmas Lemmings and Christmas Nights.
Nights into Dreams. Do you guys remember a game? It was a shareware MS-DOS game called Skyroads.
Skyroads. I don't remember that one, man.
Skyroads was another one that had Christmas. It was Christmas Skyroads, obviously. But you were this little like spaceship thing, and you had to jump. It was kind of like a platformer. You were constantly moving forward, and you had to jump from one area of platforms to the other, and like stay on the track. And they had different gravity and different speed and stuff like that you would control. And it was really fun. I mean, it was fun for playing in CAD when the teacher wasn't looking.
Yeah, I pulled up just the Christmas video game thing just to see if there was anything, and none of it rings a bell to me on any of this stuff. Santa Claus Saves the Earth.
Elf
That was a
Born.
game.
Here's
There was a CDI game called Christmas Crisis.
Of course there was. Yeah, it was. Can you sell 3 CDI systems before the end of Christmas? So I just dropped in the chat the Skyroads stuff. But this game was fun. It was wow, it came out in 93. But it was a fun game. But they did a Christmas Skyroads once. Wasn't there a
Oh shit! I just realized I'm like looking through these lists, and someone mentioned Home Alone video game.
Oh,
one
yeah.
of my all-time favorites is a Home Alone 2 for the Super Nintendo. That's like a absolute disaster.
Wasn't there a mod for, was it Wolfenstein 3D where it was Christmas time?
I'm sure there was a Wolfenstein or a Doom mod. Had to be.
Or Quake.
Yeah.
Let's
So
see.
there's one where you shot gingerbread demons.
Wolfenstein Christmas mod. That's what I love about the interwebs here. Yeah, I'm pretty certain. Yeah, there was. Yeah, there was Xmas mod or Xmas Wolf. That was a Christmas mod for Wolfenstein 3D. Yeah, the mod was originally released in '93.
Jesus, we're so fucking old.
I started reading John Romero. This is totally off topic. I'm sorry. John Romero. I'm not totally off topic. It's a tangent, but John Romero's got an autobiography out, and it's fascinating because his dad was apparently a Mexican drug guy, runner, gangster guy, cartel. That's the word I'm looking for.
So, are you tying this into Christmas by saying that he used to smuggle snow?
No. I'm just going from Wolfenstein 3D to John Romero, the guy who helped create.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. All right,
He
boys.
also gave us the wonderful Daikatana, where he made us his pitch.
Yeah, I remember those commercials.
Yep.
Or ads, not commercials, but the in comic books and stuff. But well, we got anything else about Christmas before we wrap up shop?
I don't know. The older I've gotten, obviously the less tangible things I want in front of me. I just want, overall wholly good things. But if I did want something to happen, it'd be for our Philadelphia Eagles to win a Super Bowl. So I'm asking for Santa this year.